Siyabingelela obingelela Babu Dokotela bawisizi bawujabulile siseThekwini sikwaZulu Natal umgaqo esikhona Queen Street and Albert Street igama lebhilidi liku-CBD silibiza ukuthi iNedbank House Building sise-19th floor suite 1904 to 1905 asiluku spelling abantu aba-understand mekuthiwa suite 1904 to 1905 kusho ukuthi asirenti iroom sirenta ensuite Babu Dokotela akakhulumayo.
Thank you very much, Babu Dokotela. Greetings, viewers at home. It's another episode of Babu Dokotela, our living learning, the University of Life. We are live again. Babu Dokotela, thanks for having us here. Now let us talk about our today's topic, Dukisa IZITHA. That is our main topic. But before we go there, Babu Dokotela, let us talk about the back to the sender. What do you mean by this?
Back to the sender, it is a product. It's same thing as this. Mm-hmm. It's a product that we use whereby the lifestyle that we are living is not the lifestyle that we are planned by God. There are people who are doing jobs that they were not trained to be doing, but they're working for the big company, big industry, but they're supposed to be doing something else, but they're doing something completely different compared to what they've studied. There's someone like now who's a police officer, but that particular person has studied at varsity public relationship, human resource science, and only find that she or he could not get a job, ended up being a policeman.
It's compensating for his dreams.
But within the police services, there is a position that is supposed to be resuming.
Oh, yes.
Because of him being blocked, he cannot ascertain that position. That is why anything that is delaying you, we have to send it back to the center. We have to use back to the center for that particular purpose. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Now let's talk about also the black salt. How does it work? Where to find the black salt?
Thank you very much. Let's talk about black salt on its own. If you are in Johannesburg, you're interested to black salt, or even back to the center, we can call a lady in Johannesburg. Her number is 066 254 0452. If you're in KZN or Mpumalanga, you want our distributor, you can call Mbongeni Kawe Ngobo. The number is 061 538 2925. Those are trusted distributors that we are currently stationed in those provinces. Okay, let's go back to the question. Black salt. Number one, black salt is not edible. I repeat, black salt, it is not intended to be taken orally in any forms or models.
Yes.
Black salt is only made for you to sprinkle around the house for any negative energy, anything that is negative that you feel it is present at home. Sometimes when you sleep, there is something that is pressing you down. You got nightmares, you're sleeping, having sex with a spiritual husband. You have to use back to the center. And then you use it for sprinkling, for steaming, and bathing. But you do not use it for anything else beside that. It's only costing you 499 Rand. We have used it otherwise, whereby a person is supposed to be getting a job somewhere else, and then they put CVs, they undergo interviews, and then they don't get called again. Those spiritual husbands that they dwell or they live in your property, or in your house, in your flat, or in your shack, they will literally block you from reaching out to your goals. That is why we have to demask those spirits by using what is called black salt. For as little as 400 Rand, you'll come out victorious. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Babu Dokotela. Let us also talk about the commanding honey. This product, where to access it, how does it work?
Commanding honey. This is commanding honey, charcoal black in color, side effects free.
Right.
Made out of raw honey, not pure honey. There's difference between pure honey and raw honey. Pure honey, it is honey that is treated without using chemicals, like anything that they use, but they were not using synthetic chemicals. That is called pure honey. But when you're talking about raw honey, we're talking about honey that has never been treated otherwise.
It's been harvested.
Just harvested, never been treated otherwise. It still has flakes that shows that this is original honey. It's raw honey. It's not pure. It is raw. Once it's pure, which means the way they were treating it, they did
Was
not
pure.
use anything that is toxic that can reduce the quality of the honey.
With this one, there's no human interference. Nothing.
No. We just harnesses and put it in here and then edit all our ingredients. The reason why you have to use commanding honey, if you are selling insurances to people, you are commanding people to take your concept. You have to lick a commanding honey. You are a preacher, you are a singer anywhere, you need to use this. You are selling from the street, selling fruits, whatever, you lick it, use it for bathing as well. Believe you me, whatever you say, it will stand. I repeat, whatever you say, no one will say no, because this is a do as I say, honey. Anything that you are saying to your husband or to your someone who's supposed to be husband to insist that he must go and pay lobolo, that person will be seduced to ending up paying lobolo because of this commanding. As we're saying, it is a commanding honey. It literally amends people to do things that was not intended to, because we have already used what is called commanding honey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. There's a lot that people need to learn out there. These people are poor because of the lack of knowledge,
Yes.
not because of Satan. Now, Dr. Our young people have no passion to learn about money. They have no passion at all. They want entertainment. They want this, that, and that. Why our people have no passion to learn about money?
When it comes to youth, youth is well programmed to be poor. There is an incubation of poverty within the youth, and then even at school, they don't encourage our youth to know anything about money, but they encourage youth to know more about at what age you can commit your abortion without asking permission from a parent.
Yes.
And then the youth is being advised at what age you can go to the nightclub and then die in the nightclub in 21 numbers. And that is how they've been trained about how to go wrong. And then our youth, most of the time now, they are influenced to be at church or into a mosque most of the time. They're just bombarded with theology. But when it comes to something that you are living for, this world is about commerce.
Exactly.
It is about commerce. Before we go to war, we need to set up a budget. The money can determine whether we can go to war or not the soldiers.
Yes.
Because money is everything. Before we treat COVID, we need to have budget. Not that we need medication to dispense to people. We need to set up a budget. The budget will acquire the medication to go through. But now our children, they're not into money-wise because they were programmed like that. Because our youth, once they've got like 10,000 rand, they don't think about something that will replicate the 10,000. They worry about buying Gucci, they're buying Fabiani, they're buying things that are expensive.
Yes.
They just tell us how they misuse the money, but not how they preserve the money for the money to multiply or generate more money. But it's all about leisure, or it's all about learning things that are stupid. Our youth is very, very sexually active. And then if you are teaching them about sex, and then you're a good teacher. But when you're teaching about money that they need every day from their parents, they don't want that subject.
They know all the porn sites in the world.
Yes, but that subject about money, no. Even you can follow the streams of in YouTube, people who are being lectured about money. Followers are very low. If they're high, they're in Europe, not in Africa. If they're high, they're 2 million in Europe, but not. And then got to be careful about streamers. Streamers are only elderly people, but youth, they're not following that. We are saying now it is a time we as parents, we must tell children the truth, that money is what they live for. Everything on earth circulates around money. It orbits around money. And then any decision you take, you must have money to blanket that decision that you are taking. If you're planning to travel, firstly, raise the budget, which is money always come first. And the reason why our children are being taught about sex, about things that are stupid, being taught about Genesis 1 to Genesis 20, and this has nothing to do with your bank balance. We need to teach our children about money. Babu Dokotela.
Thanks very much, Babu Dokotela. It's clearly that people need knowledge about money, not just money itself.
Yes, yes.
Because we have seen on I Blew It, people who've got a lot of money without knowledge, and it's a disaster.
It is a disaster.
You better be poor with knowledge than having money without knowledge.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Babu Dokotela. Now, let's talk about this one is funny but very sensitive at the same time. It's been proven that even people with money have got a problem when it's come to relationships. Their spouses still leave them with their money. But normally we were told that if you are poor, no money, no girlfriend, no money, no nothing. That's how we grew up. But lately, things are changing. What is happening in the world, Babu Dokotela?
Yeah, we are talking about someone who's 1 year to 60 years coming to us as traditional consultant.
Yeah.
Saying that my wife has left me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then it could not replace my wife with anyone. I want my wife back. And we are not talking about children. We're not talking about people who just got married. We're talking about people who've got 30 to 35 years in marriage, and then suddenly they just goes apart. And we notice that it's not a father that leaves the house, the mother. It is always the lady that leaves the old man. And an old man now is trailing down, handing this woman to come back. And you only find out that that man is filthy rich. That man is...
He's got everything in the
capable,
world.
He's capable. And you don't know how come does the woman left someone who is so much well established, the person who has everything. But still, but the deficiency it is here. Once you start a business, we notice that when a man starts to invest so much time to his business, he starts to sleep late or sleep out, not to girlfriends because of the nature of the business. They travel a lot.
Business
and
meetings.
Then the wife starts to misses this person. And the wife starts to supplement this person. And the wife gets trapped to the supplementary affair, external affair that now she's engaged. And she start to take a decision that, no, I'm leaving this man now just for you, my boy, because you are always at home, you are always available. Whenever I call you, you pick up the phone. Like myself, I'm a businessman. Now I'm shooting. My wife cannot call me. Even no matter what happens, but she still cannot call me because my phone is flight mode. And then these people, we don't take care that they don't need someone like that. If you know that you are into serious business, put a fence to protect your wife. Do something, because when you do not, someone else will do it. And then once your wife has gone, she has tested another saliva and she can never test you back. Even though we can give you Muti to bring her, definitely we can. But you got to be serious, because people, when they come to me, they come with a notion that, hey, Babu Dokotela, I've been all over and I'm not getting help. I've been paying 800, 1,000, 2,000. The problem is, when you are coming to me, take note, you are coming to the father of the nation. You are not going to pay what you are paying. As long as we don't have 10,000 rand, find someone else who can help you. Because what we'll do here, do not regret, because we give you something that the time you live here and the time she lives wherever she is, you have to meet her at home. Under any condition, either she's sick or not, but she has to be at home. If she does not, you'll find it ICU. She has to be discharged and go back home, because the pressure that we use in KZN when it comes to calling someone to come back home, we call it isikafolo. We don't use ordinary thing like mixing urine that is filthy, taking ocean instead of swimming, or taking ocean for calling someone else. That's all stupid. We invoke the most powerful things, spirits, that will literally command your wife, wherever she is, she'll leave anything. She'll break the door and leave because of the pressure that she'll be feeling. Which means when you come to people like us, especially Babu Dokotela, I insist that if you don't have 10,000 rand, don't even call me, because I don't joke with children. This thing is only for matured people. People have taken a decision. Whatever happened, but it must happen here. She must come here. Come here trekking. Even if she suffers a stroke, still she must still come. Because I pushed so much pressure. Babu Dokotela, please.
Thank you very much. As I always say, it is the University of Life. While we are selling the product, we're educating the nation as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Now, let us talk about decoying our fools with the hippofats.
Let's talk about hippofats first.
Yes.
Yeah. Number one, hippofats is very good. Very good, very good, very good. When you take the hippofats and apply it in your penis gland, tip of your penis gland,
right?
When your wife does not want to entertain you, just apply it and touch her with this. She'll start to turn slowly. The hippofats just raise the temperature to her so much. The hippofat is very good, very good.
And it's natural.
Natural. It's not. Do not add anything. Just get hippofat, not synthetic one, raw one, and then apply it a little bit, and then touch her with this. Touch her anyway. She'll start to turn slowly, and she'll be facing you, and you'll be on top immediately. Now let's talk about our foes. Our foes are enemies. When we decoy our foes, you know that whatever you do, these people, they know where you're working. We'll give you this setlare in Setswana or Moriana in Sotho. We give you this Moriana. We ask you to burn it. And as you are burning it, you have to chant whatever you want. That I don't want my enemies to see me. I want me to disappear in front of my enemies. And then burn this Moriana or Muti. And thereafter take the ash, put it in your body lotion, mix it well, and then start to apply it in your body, and then go into your car, and into your car, apply it in your grill. In your grill. If your enemies are police, if your enemies are soldiers, if your enemies are human nature like me and you, they will never ever stop your car. You'll just pass. Your car will look like alike. They'll realize the time you get to work that, oh, no, it was him.
You.
But you already, because you have used this hippofats just to decoy them. As long if you know that I don't want these people to see me. I do not want them to see me. I need to go. You will always pass them with favor. You can board the lift with them. They'll never recognize you.
They will just think of something else.
Something else. When you leave the lift will keep on rising up, and then you start to realize. As time they take the staircases down, you're in your office. Your office is locked. They don't even know which floor you were. Yeah, this is how we decoy our force.
Okay, is this also available from our agents?
No.
They must come direct to you.
No. Because we need to tell us why. Because let me say this: even drug dealers, they can decoy the police if we literally get close with this. Because people do not understand that since in Western medication you got Schedule 5 and 7, which means prescription drugs only. You must have a prescription in order to ascertain this medication. Yes. Same thing, this hippofats. Well, I need to know why you want this.
Oh, yes. That's why
because
you cannot get them from
drug dealers can decoy the police. Believe you me, once you apply in your grill, no one will stop you because no one will recognize you. And that's why traffickers, human traffickers, they will decoy the officials if they apply this. Now, we are so reserved when it comes to that. We cannot give it to our child. I need to sit down with you so that I'll do a commitment that I give you on basis of this, that there are people at work who are hunting to kill you. Your husband, you divorced him, and then that husband doesn't want you to end up in court because of the deficiency that you have to get half of half, and thereafter I have to give you the basis on that. Not that, hey, Babu Dokotela, I'm selling this and then I need to decoy police. Definitely you will decoy them. You will decoy them because this thing is so potent. It is so potent. That is why I'm reserved. I don't need money. I've got my money. Babu Dokotela says, Babu Chapelile.
Thank you very much, Babu Dokotela. Now, Babu Dokotela, let's talk about poverty. Poverty is painful. Poverty can kill a man's pride. Now you are saying you are accepting the challenge to immune the strings of poverty. What do you mean by this, Babu Dokotela? We want to challenge you as well.
Never ask a lift from someone else who's waiting for a combi to work.
Come again?
Never ask a lift for someone else who's waiting for a Uber to come and take him to work.
All right.
Because that person too is waiting for the transport.
He cannot.
That is very, very important.
All right.
And then people do not understand. Do not ask for financial assistance to someone who went to bank for a bank loan. That person can never advise with anything good besides you go to the bank and apply for a loan as well.
Yes.
When you are about to elevate poverty or remove strings attached to people of poverty, you must have same symptoms, that your strings that were attached to you have come off. I was once a passenger, not in a car, in a train.
In a train.
Train.
Which is almost a lowest mode next to the bicycle. The lowest mode of transport.
Yes.
After the bicycle, yeah.
Yes. After the bicycle, it is a train. I was once a train passenger, and I innovated to a bus.
All right.
I could afford a bus ticket. I come out from a train. Now I could afford a taxi. Wow, seated comfort. Now I could afford
a meter taxi as well.
A meter taxi as well. A meter taxi as well. And then I remember my first car. My first car was Honda Ballad 150.
All right.
Yes. And the door was not closing properly. And I paid 18,000 for that car. I strongly remember that. And then I started to have a car. And I started to buy cars. Now I've got fleet of cars.
Right.
And then which means if I've got fleet of cars and I started to have money in bank, to have money in bank, it's not enough. And you must have money in your possession. And I started to have money in my possession, like 10,000 in my possession, and then use it for rent at the end of the month. And then I started to have money that I don't have any plan. And then that is me, Babu Dokotela. Like I was telling a friend of mine that, hey, I've got 300,000, yeah, I've got no plan for this money, and I feel like spending it, and I don't know what to buy. But anyway, my discovery is coming. Today, I'm getting my discovery. It is coming. And then one of my packets has 70,000 rand. That is loose. I've got no plan. It just is sealed in rubbers. And I've got no plan. I don't know what to do. I was asking my wife last night that I'm still asking you, I'm begging you, please tell me.
What do you want?
Since I'm going to give you 100,000 rand, how are you going to spend it? She said to me, I don't know. Because she's got no plan of spending money. I said, okay, can I start next month to give you 50,000 rand, keep on accumulating? She said, no, don't do it. Because she's got no plan. And then since I'm in that position, I'm inviting you to, I'm taking your challenge. I'll immune you from poverty. You'll be immunized. The strings that are attached, we understand why you are poor. Babu Dokotela versus Bocha, please.
Thank you very much. Now, let us move. There is one professor at the University of KZN who used to say a TV is a stupid box. In fact, he was just encouraging students to read books than watching TV.
A lot.
So now, Babu Dokotela, you are saying TV viewers are just being incubated to be poor. Can you teach us about this incubation of poverty through television?
Anything that you watch on TV is a production, number one.
Definitely, yeah.
It is a production. Most of those productions have got a date, which year, not which day, which year it was produced.
Meaning the character I'm enjoying has been paid already.
Long time ago.
Sure.
Long time ago. Watching TV, it's same as going to the dustbin and collect the old newspapers and start to read them. All the old newspapers, start to read them. You read something about corona, it's going to have, the country is going to have corona. You read about things that are going to happen on an old newspaper, but you don't know what is happening now. The TV is not going to tell you about what is happening. Even news that you are watching, it is a production.
Yeah.
And news that you are watching on TV, it has been highly edited. Let me repeat. the news that you are watching on TV, current affairs, so-called current affairs, because they're just making you stupid. They call it current affairs. It's not current. Current is whereby you are present. It was current to them, not to you. To you, it is a production. They tell you about things that were said by the president, Honorable Ramaphosa, at 1 o'clock, and you watched it at 7 p.m. This is not current. It is 7 hours late. And in the TV, it has proven otherwise. It is helping people to gain weight, helping people to be dumb.
Slow thinkers.
It's slow thinkers, and they eat a lot. TV viewers can eat a lot. And thereafter, when you watch too much TV, you're missing out a lot that you're supposed to be doing. And there are things around your house you're supposed to be doing, but you're just watching TV, looking at the time, at what time your kids are coming, at what time is your husband coming. If you're not, and then you start to call them, but you're still watching TV. Calling them while you're watching TV. You cannot afford not to watch TV.
Yeah.
And believe you me, some people, like my cameraman, I went in his house. In his bedroom, I don't know how he sleeps, he's got TV. In his kitchen, there's TV. When his wife cooks, they're watching TV. In his 3-bedroom, for his children, each and every room has TV.
Yeah.
Sitting room, there's TV. And then if you see someone who's got TV almost every corner, and then you ask yourself, from how these people, they'll come out from this incubation tank. Because these things people are being begged to be just stupid, because you don't sleep, because you need time to sleep so that your cells, you necrotize all cells. But now whenever you wake up, you turn the TV on slowly. You turn the TV on. Whenever you wake up, you turn the TV on. You want to know what is happening. And now I'm telling you now, since you are watching so much TV, spending so much hours on TV, it's just a box of stupid people. It's just a box of stupid people watching, repeating soccer matches. You know, can you see how stupid are you? So much time. You refuse to go to church because you watch these pastors. Those pastors that are just fooling you. They only preach for less than 5 minutes. The rest are selling product.
Exactly.
The rest, they are selling product.
You will see the bank account flashing.
Oh, bank account flashing. As it preaches.
Yeah, at the bottom of the screen.
As it preaches. Yeah. And then there is a proof that these people, pastors that you are watching, they are not asking people to repent. They're telling people which bank account to use. Simply, not people to repent from their sins. Which means in any form or angle, even watching TV for weather forecast, it's all rubbish. We had floods. This stupid TV thing did not tell you about those floods. That cares the end with floods. And then, if you want to live our lifestyle, try to eliminate hours that you are spending watching TV. And you start to think clearly. You start to have a passion of good things to happen. Babu Dokotela.
Thank you, Babu Dokotela. We can never finish our show without touching on the spiritual realm. Now, let us talk about the heavens. Angel Raziel. Who is this angel, Babu Dokotela?
If we are talking about things or matters of the heaven, we have to understand that we are not talking about matters of the Union building in South Africa, in Pretoria.
Yes.
We are defining things that very few of us will see, or some of us, they've missed this opportunity to listen to this video now. We are talking about heaven number 7, whereby the God of all hosts dwells. It's a holy of the holies. There, within the throne of God, people they need to be lectured. Within the throne of God, there are angels. Since there are angels, there are just so many in rankings. But there's one angel that is important today. I want you to know. There's Archangel of the Lord called Archangel Raziel. That angel of the Lord He has 6 wings. He is a legion of seraphim, but he is not a seraphim. His name is Raziel. Raziel is an angel of the Lord with 4-headed, 6 wings. Each and every wings have 72,000 eyes. All over 72,000 eyes. Archangel Raziel, he does not turn his head. He cannot afford to.
There's no need.
There's no need because he sees all over. There's nothing that he does not see. But the problem about his eyes are not the ordinary eyes like you wanted to know. Some of these eyes are like eyes of the fish, cow, human. He's carrying all the nature of God. Every species on earth that has eyes, he's got those eyes. He sees the way the animals see, the way the human being sees.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the angel of the Lord. He is so broad. He is so broad. And then the angel of the Lord, according to the Spirit of the Lord, revealed the fact that when he sits, there is fire under him. There is no chair like you seated on a plastic chair, I'm sitting on the leather. No. He's seated on the fire.
But not burning.
It's not burning. When the time is right, I will be able to teach you about the angel that is fire this side and the ice this side. 50-50. Half of his body is fire, half of his body is frozen. Frozen, like frozen, serious frozen. But it's not melting still. And that is Archangel Raziel. Archangel Raziel is an angel of the Lord. I repeat, is an angel of the Lord that is holding a book. That book, it is so big, it is so thick. He is holding a pen that is 30 centimeter in length. That pen, it gels up in gold. The ink, it is gold. He writes the names of the people who are supposed to be rich on earth before they even get born. There are people who are on earth because of their good deeds and practice on earth. God is giving orders to this angel to list those people in the name of wealth. What I'm trying to illustrate here, you as a person who's obedient to God, you as a person who knows God, you as a person who's now related to Raziel, you can ask Archangel Raziel to write your name in the book of wealth. There are so many books. There is a book of death, there's a book of life, but there's a book of judgment, and there's a book of wealth. And then once Raziel wrote your name in the book of wealth, no matter what happens on earth, you'll die rich. There are people, we've proven otherwise, evidence is strong, that there are people that are not written in the book of wealth. No matter what you do to them, their lifestyle is not changing. You can take a para under the bridge and ask him one question. I've got 10,000 rand here for you to go and start driving code 14. I've got 25 rand here for you to park Nyaupe. Which one do you want? You know what the para say?
Exactly, yes.
And he will tell him that within 2 years will be driving. You understand, instead of learning something, there's 10,000 rand, there's 25 rand. He rather take 25 rand so that he can smoke now. Because his name is not listed in the book of wealth. There are people who are now, their lifestyle are being changed by the angels because their names are already written down. And the system, no matter the system of government said, does not allow you to be rich. You'll be rich even in prison. Once your name
Has been written there.
has been printed in gold, it can never be melted. What I'm saying, Raziel is an angel of the Lord that will sit in front of God. He sees everything that is happening. According to the study of mythology, it says, Archangel Raziel, he knows the creation of earth. He wrote it down. He knows the secret of the heavens. Not he knows secret. He knows there are things that are not open to other angels. But Raziel, because he's always in contact with God, he knows it. He knows it. Your pastor did not tell you. Your Bible is not telling you this. But now, today, you know there's an angel that is responsible for you to come out from poverty completely. Completely. You don't know how come President Motsepe is so rich. You just don't know. You can't tell me.
It's mysterious.
You cannot tell me. Because of that angel. Because of that angel. When he makes you rich, he binds every rule that govern the earth. But you end up being rich. No one will eliminate it. Babu Dokotela says, Archangel Raziel. You chant this angel at 11 o'clock at night. Get yourself 4 white candles. Put them on your left side. 4 green candles. Put them on
the right.
Yes, put fruits here. Put sweets here. Get a white cloth. Like half a meter, cover your body. Because if I tell you the truth, you'll be worried. The truth says, get a white garment, like the one that is done by Nazareta, Zioni, or Muslims. Get that white garment. But make sure that you cover your head. Be disciplined. Open your hands. Kneel down for 2 to 5 minutes. Try to make sure that it is so quiet, because the angels doesn't like noise. Make sure that it's so quiet. Only a dog can bark. It's fine. Open your hands. Start to call Archangel Raziel 21 times. Once you finish, wipe your face and then open up again. Call upon your name 7 times. Do that for 7 days without having sex to your partner, without eating anything that is alive. Anything that has a heart, anything that has eyes, anything that hears ears, anything that is alive. You are not supposed to be eating it when you are still chanting for this angel for 7 days. You only eat vegetables. No egg, no meat, no cheese, no polo, no Viennas, nothing. You just eat vegetables. You sterilize your body. And thereafter, the angel of the Lord will literally appear. Thereafter, your name will be written. You do that for your ministry to grow. But when you want to go through, remember your zakat. The angel will eat everything once you eat, even once you've forgotten about your zakat. Babu Dokotela says, we have to bring a zakat to me once the angel started to work on your benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Babu Dokotela. That is how we end our program today. Thank you very much, Babu Dokotela.
Siyabonga.